Let's jump into the final chapter of our campus story. For over 100 years, beginning in 1847, the school was located at 133rd Street and Convent Avenue in New York City. The location in the Manhattanville neighborhood gave the institution its name and helped form its identity. However, after World War II, the GI Bill helped provide college tuition to Americans who served in the war. The CUNY system became overpopulated. City College of New York, our neighbor to the north, had over 6,000 students on 13 acres, 3 times as many students as the campus was built for. Meanwhile, Manhattanville sat on 18.5 acres and had just 450 students. In 1949, City College began a campaign to absorb the Manhattanville campus and its facilities. The City of New York ultimately agreed to invoke eminent domain and transfer the property. Initially, Manhattanville was offered just $2.8 million. For the next 2 years, Manhattanville worked through the court systems for better terms. Finally, in 1951, they were awarded $8.8 million for the campus. While devastated at leaving their home, the Manhattanville community had to come together to envision a new future, a future in which they now could expand as well. The Board of Trustees purchased the Reed property for $500,000. A groundbreaking ceremony was held on May 3, 1951. The Manhattanville administration hired the architectural firm of Eggers and Higgins. The construction process was completed in just 16 months, with the campus opening October 1, 1952. The task of moving was a massive undertaking, including over 250 moving van trips and countless carloads driven by alumni and friends of the college. That October, 8,000 people, including alumni, students, and families, celebrated a blessing of the buildings on the new campus. After a mass in the West Room, a procession moved to Brownson for the laying of the cornerstone. A difficult question was how to handle the Religious of the Sacred Heart Cemetery on the Convent Avenue campus. The college decided they would not leave their sisters behind. 91 individuals were reinterred in what had once been Mrs. Reed's Rose Garden in June 1952. Over time, more RSCJs and 2 lay people selected to be buried in this area. Today, there are 129 people whose final resting place is on our campus between the Center for Design Thinking and the Lady Chapel. Statues which were donated to the Convent Avenue campus were placed around the Purchase campus. The Sacred Heart of Jesus sculpture was set on the quad facing the castle. An Our Lady of Victory was placed between Founders and Benzinger, and a statue of St. Joseph was placed outside of the library. In the summer of 2005, decades after Manhattanville had become a non-denominational college, administrators decided to relocate these religious statues to the Nun Cemetery, where they can be seen today. Because the student body on the city campus was so small, on the new campus, Founders was the only dormitory they needed initially. This name was carried over from the dormitory in the city, which was named Founders after Mother Mary Moran, the first president of the college. To maintain this sense of continuity, Benzinger was another name brought from Convent Avenue. There, it was named for the family that had helped fund the gymnasium in 1931. Generations of Benzingers had attended the school, including Ursula Benzinger, who spent many years as an administrator. The last name to carry over was the Brady Memorial Library, again named after a family that donated funds to the building of the library on the city campus. The name was attached to the Purchase Library. However, by the 1970s, the name had completely fallen out of use, and the building was simply referred to as the library. The academic building was not going to have a name, as was true in the city. However, in early October 1952, just as the new campus was opening, Mother Sarah Brownson passed away. Brownson had been the academic dean during Manhattanville's transition from an academy to a college in 1917. In honor of her legacy, the building was named for her. Mother Sarah Brownson is among the people buried on our campus. Manhattanville quickly began expanding its student body and housing, adding Spelman Hall, named for Francis Cardinal Spelman, in 1957. That same year, the Kennedy Gymnasium was completed. The gym was built with significant financial help from the Kennedy family and named in honor of their daughter, Kathleen Kennedy Cavendish, who died in a plane crash in 1948. Many members of the Kennedy family were on hand for the dedication. For the first decade in purchase, the campus chapel was located in the West Room. The chapel we know now was completed in 1963 and named in honor of President Eleanor O'Byrne. O'Byrne remains the longest-serving president, with an administration that lasted from 1945 to 1966. In 1966, the college completed 2 more dormitories, naming them for Manhattanville President Grace Damon and Mary Tenney, who taught history at Manhattanville for over 50 years. Mary Tenney is also buried in the Nuns Cemetery. In 1969, the Reed family returned to Manhattanville for a dedication ceremony, officially naming the castle Reed Hall. Interestingly, the castle is named specifically for Elizabeth Mills Reed, not her husband Whitelaw. In the 1970s and 1980s, Manhattanville sold off or leased parcels of land due to financial challenges. This includes the land shaded in purple, where today we find KO Academy, the MasterCard headquarters, and the Center at Purchase Business Park. Faculty and staff housing was added in 1991, and the Berman Center completed in 2008. Another interesting aspect of our campus is the variety of television and film productions that have used our unique setting as a location. Films include The Thomas Crown Affair and Admission, which both filmed scenes in the castle. Boardwalk Empire specifically used the East Library in its pilot episode. HBO has filmed a number of miniseries and television series here. In 2021, The Time Traveler's Wife shot several pivotal scenes in the library and castle. The wedding scene was filmed in R. O'Byrne Chapel. The Gilded Age has also filmed here several times, so keep an eye out. Manhattanville has called this land home for over 70 years now. Today, our campus's primary mission is to be a place of learning and community, a place to set goals and celebrate our achievements, and a place that continues to evolve with us as an institution, now as the home of Manhattanville University.